What's going on, guys? Patrick Price, also known as Aches, captain of Team Envy Call of Duty. Today we're going to talk about my sniper loadout and a couple tips. So let's talk about my sniper loadout. Obviously, in Black Ops 4, the Paladin, probably the best sniper that you can use. So start off with that. I like Stabilizer 1 and 2. You kind of have the option between running Stabilizer 1 and just FMJ. FMJ is pretty useful. There's a lot of angles where someone will peek you and you can kind of hit them with that wall bang when they go back, and it does give you the edge on getting a couple free kills. But for me, I like using both stabilizers. I feel like the way I snipe is more of a positional, get to a good spot, hold down my scope as long as I can, and just wait for that guy to peek me. So that's kind of how you feel about the way you snipe. And then moving on to the pistol, obviously the RK7, probably the best pistol in Black Ops 4. Going to the stim shot, and then this is kind of your first perk will be dependent on whether you know they have nades, if they have war machine. So I always start out with tac mask, and then I switch to flak later in the game when I learn, hey, they have war machine, hey, their nades are up. So kind of just be aware of that throughout the game. Lightweight, you want to get there first when you're coming off spawn and you're rushing, and you want to beat them to a specific spot. Lightweight is definitely key for that. I think all snipers need to run lightweight in all their loadouts. Come off spawn, switch to your pistol, have lightweight on. That's fastest movement speed you'll get. I think it's 100% movement speed with a pistol plus lightweight. So just sprint to your spot, pull your sniper out, and go for that first blood. And then to round it off, dead silence. Kind of coming down the late game. Early you don't really need dead silence, but let's say you do get a pick and then your team kind of trades out. You might want to hit a flank, right? You killed a guy in your lane, your teammate calls him out across the map, you want to flank. You still have the option with your pistol. It's pretty good close range. So this, I think, is just the best overall sniper loadout in the game. So for dexterity, it is probably the biggest crutch perk in the game. The reason I say that is sliding is a huge component of Black Ops 4. Dexterity gives you that long, quick slide. You also are able to mantle faster, swap weapons faster, which is, if you're going from sniper to pistol, like let's say you get a pick long range, you got to switch to your pistol quick. You want to be able to do that fast. And then I don't know how much it will impact a pistol or a sniper, but dexterity gives you like a little bonus for when you jump or mantle, and you get kind of like your hip fire accuracy. So that's a little addition, but it doesn't do too much. And then the only other alternative to running lightweight, let's say you're not rushing off spawn, you don't need to get somewhere fast, and you see that the enemy team has maybe a thermal sniper or maybe a thermal AR. Cold-blooded is a great counter for that. It's really hard if someone else has thermal and you have cold-blooded on for them to see you. You'll almost always get the upper hand if you have cold-blooded. And then for me, I try not to snipe on a couple maps, and then I'm super heavily sniping on others. Arsenal is one of those. I think Arsenal has a lot of long-range fights, both at B and A, that you can kind of catch your opponent off guard with. Another map that's similar to Arsenal is Gridlock. Locking down that B site is probably my favorite thing to do in S&D with a sniper, both offense and defense. It's just something that is almost hard to counter. It's like if you hit your shots, you're dominating B. Frequency is a good map to snipe on if you want to, rush mid quick, try and get a pick. Like I said earlier, using lightweight, super important. Other than that, you can kind of snipe the B lane. That outer side on B bomb is a really good spot for a sniper to be, because it's such a long sight line. You lock it down and someone peeks you, they're most likely dead. And then the other map for me is payload. I try not to snipe on payload when we're going A, but both on offense and defense, you can kind of lock down B again. Those longer sight lines where you're able to look over your teammates and kind of just play back, in a good spot with an advantage. Maybe, have a head glitch. All those maps offer that. So when you're sniping in S&D, it's almost always the most beneficial to use the zero specialist. That being said, is because you get the free EMP. So let's say you're stacking your class, which I am right now, where I have 4 perks, a pistol, 2 attachments on my sniper. You want to have that free tactical, right? And zero gives that. She's also a specialist, which the earn rate is 1700. You're probably not going to get that in S&D, but her giving that EMP is just an added bonus for you. So if you're able to, I would snipe and use the zero specialist. So we're on Arsenal. This is offense attacking A. you know, coming back to this back elbow position, and almost always a teammate or a team is going to peek vent heady, which is right here. So, you know, this is where stabilizer 2 comes in handy. You can kind of just play right here. You can have a teammate in your trophy watching your cross to B, so you're good. You just sit here. You have stabilizer, so you can almost scope in as long as you want. I'm not sure in the exact time, but I know it's pretty long. And just kind of wait for that pick. You know, I mean, they're bound to peek it, get some info, and then as soon as they do, they're dead. Arsenal again, coming off spawn, you know, having lightweight on, you're able to just rush as fast to B as you can. Like I said, you want to always have your pistol out when you're doing this to get the maximum movement speed. But being able to have lightweight, you can come here and just play for this first blood on barrel heady. The timing is about 50-50. I'd say you guys get here at the same time, but if you know you hit your slides, you come off spawn fast with lightweight and then get to your spot with a sniper, gives you just another chance to get a first blood. And let's say you do get that first blood, you know, now you're pretty late in the round. You have the option to EMP, and then at this point, like if you have a 5v4, let's say you EMP, you know they're here, your teammates are following you up, I'd just pull out your pistol. Like, you have dexterity, just kind of play the bait for your teammate. At this point, it's kind of hard to sit here and play another pick after you got one. So you pull out that pistol, it's pretty good close range, and just kind of slide and finesse and bait for your teammates to try and get like a 2v1 kill. Another thing for sniping is I would almost never run the bomb. The reason being is, let's say you don't get that opening pick and your team has to go for the plant. You know, now you're in a position where it's pretty crucial that you're looking over them as they're planting, and you don't want to be in a position where you grab the bomb and now you have to give this up and go plant, where you could be over here working a pick and, you know, holding your lane while your teammate's going for the plant. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that helps you figure out your sniper loadout. Best luck getting those bloods.